once again, it's Naija Football Talk. Thank you so much for not unsubscribing, and thank you for clicking that link to watch our very first video after a long while. We've missed you guys, and I'm sure you've missed us too. Right here with me, Chima, is my usual co-conspirator, Kolade.
Yo, that's how we roll.
Yes, so
3 points all day.
3 points indeed. No worry, your time they come. And as usual, we have our analyst, our cool, calm, collected Bolu, who was very lucky to have not been on this set last season.
Bolu, how are you doing? Bolu, you for so far.
Nice to be back here. Nice to not have been here last season.
And it's looking like what you missed last season.
No, it's
you are
not
going to get
affliction will not rise up again. Don't worry.
Bolu, one question for you. When we were doing the opening set, you were raising 2 hands up. Can Chelsea even score 2 goals?
Don't worry.
2 hands for 2 Champions League titles.
2 hands up.
We're going to get all into that madness when we come back from this short break. Once again, my name is Chima. Welcome back to Naija Football Talk. All right, welcome back to Naija Football Talk, and I'm Chima, in case you don't already know. And we are ready to dish out our usual, the brand of madness that Naija Football Talk is known for. And with me, as usual, I have Kolade and Bolu, the Chelsea fan, who was very lucky not to have been here last season. I know why I'm repeating it, because things are gonna happen. Things are gonna happen.
And you're lucky Barcelona didn't go bankrupt last season too.
Don't worry, we're at least selling wedding tickets on Camp Nou. Anyway,
you're not making it out of the trenches. Don't worry.
Let's get straight into the show, guys. Let's get straight into the show. First of all, we're currently on the international break. Our favorite players are playing for their countries. We're going to see our guy here, Victor Osimhen, do a madness. Do a madness against Sao Tome and Principe. Like, how many goals do you think he's going to score this time around?
I mean, last time he scored 4.
This time around.
So
4 with 2 assists.
4 goals and 2 assists.
This time, maybe like 7. Or he will beat Haaland's record.
Have Messi on them, just 3.
Just 3. Anyway, we're going to see them. Victor Boniface is in the squad this time around. How many goals do you think he's going to bag, or if it's going to even start?
I wouldn't really expect goals from Boniface. I just want to see what he brings to the team, the skill he brings, the technique, technical ability.
Being a new guy. And one person I'm excited to actually watch is Jordan Toru Nariga. I hope I did not murder that name, because
let's not forget Gistoban as well.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that Pesero will give them a run in the squad this time around. All right, so now that that's out of the way, let's go into the crux of the matter. The Premier League, the world's biggest league. The league where, some people are spending billions only to score 2 goals in 4 games.
They know themselves.
Anyway, so let's just take a general look at it. 4 matches down the drain, 4 matches down the line rather. What are your honest thoughts about the first 4 games in the Premier League, Kolade?
I think my honest thought is what everyone is thinking. City will win it again.
Already.
I don't know. It's difficult to accept, because I mean, as an Arsenal fan, we came close last season, and everybody expects us to calm down, calm down. I mean, calm down.
As we prepare your own day ground, but no,
your own self day ground. No worry.
So people expected us, carry on from last season and keep up that momentum. But like, looking at City play and looking at Arsenal play, now these guys are just on a different level. So except something serious happens, I can't see them not winning it again. First team to do it 4 times in a row. I think they are going to break that record.
But there's a curious case of Newcastle United this time around. And there's also a curious case of Brighton. I mean, Brighton showed some promise last season, but this time around, it seems like they are going to be the Newcastle of the 2023-24 season. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'd like to mention Newcastle, as you said. Newcastle started, very, very bright
Poorly.
start.
Okay.
This season, very bright start against Aston Villa, beating Aston Villa 5-1. But I do think that Newcastle's squad will struggle to balance the weight of Champions League football with Premier League football.
Especially with this difficult group.
With a very difficult group as well. And the squad...
They run those people straight. And your first time back in Europe, they can't give you that kind of package, man.
And most of the players in the Newcastle squad are still some of the players they brought from the championship when they got promoted years ago. Most of them are still players that were there with them when they were relegation for that couple years ago as well. So I think they'll struggle. There's enough quality in their lineup, but in the squad, in the Newcastle squad, you struggle to see them being able to balance Champions League football with Premier League football. And as well, they've also this season they started very well, beating Aston Villa, but they've lost their last 2 games against Liverpool and Brighton. So it's beginning to look. They're beginning to.
I mean, it's
different
like
issues are beginning to come up.
The English manager thing is beginning to come up with Eddie Howe.
Well, I think it's the element of surprise that's no longer there. Last season they were playing very defensive. They were very compact defensively. You know, they could surprise teams. But now everyone looks at them as a top 4 team, a Champions League team. So they have the respect. Now they have to take the initiative and try to break down teams, which is where I think they'll struggle this season, as well as their squad struggling with Champions League football. So I don't think it will be as bright as it was for Newcastle last season.
Okay, let's take it down. Let's tunnel it down to one of the biggest matches that has happened so far in the 2023-24 Premier League season, the Arsenal versus Manchester United game.
Just chop them like wow. Sweet.
Indeed.
Sweet.
Well, I would first of all, before we even go into any analysis or banter or anything in that game, personally, as a coach, I would like to really appreciate as a coach. Please, coach? I train on
the coaches on the street. Don't worry, all the young lads on the street.
As a coach, what do you mean? Is it because my boys are not out there yet? You people are underrating me. Anyway, I would really like to appreciate.
Sorry, boss, you are the new Graham Potter.
I really like to appreciate Gabriel Magalhaes, or how do they pronounce his name?
Yeah,
that outside trap he kept for Garnacho was brilliant.
Speaking about that, I've been seeing Man U fans crying about
that's why I wanted to come from there.
One part that Man U fans seem to miss is Gabriel actually checked his lines. Yes. He looked at it and he saw that this guy would be on a fast break. The only thing I can do to save myself
that single step back before moving was a brilliant move.
He made it offside. Garnacho's shoulder was just slightly offside. Brilliant defending. That's the difference. This is why we need to have quality depth. That's why we sold Odin. I mean, imagine if Partey left and we had to put Odin. Odin will never do that 10 times. So these are the little margins that make all the difference. So pleased to see that.
Exactly. And now bringing it down to the question I have from that particular brilliant tactical play. How effective do you think Arteta's tactics were generally in that game? Because if you look at it, Manchester United actually had Arsenal on the ropes for at least the first few minutes of the game, and then eventually started getting balanced before Rashford, now against the run of play, now scored. So how effective do you actually think Arteta's tactics was, or do you think it was just individual quality that pulled him through?
Let me be very blunt with you. I think the major problem Arsenal had in the early part of that game was the fact that they were almost playing with 10 men without being on the pitch. Havertz was
you would know all about it.
Yeah, I would know all about Havertz, to be honest. But Havertz was a liability for Arsenal. I felt like he was affecting their play. He wasn't really in the midfield. Okay, if you are not being in the midfield, that means you should be doing something in the attack. You should be bringing up a presence in attack. But it was neither. When he got a brilliant chance to score the goal, I was even disappointed that Havertz has finally scored for Arsenal in this kind of game. And he missed. You can't even understand how he missed the goal after controlling the ball like that. And he still kicked the air.
All right, so now that you mentioned it, I would like to just bring out a question from that very thing, because it's obvious that Arteta had drilled that into Gabriel for him to be able to know what to do, and obviously he's a brilliant defender anyway. He's someone I have actually wished that Barcelona went for at one point in time. Maybe we'll come for him in the future.
You activate like 5 levels to sign him.
Carry on. The Coco be saying we
know
sign
your
him.
way, just carry on.
If we like, even
or
if
you sell someone's kidney to sign him, don't worry.
The Coco is that if Barcelona comes for him, we have that pool, bro. You cannot deny it. Anyway, we have that pool. Anyway,
the pool that you pulled Malcolm and spoiled his career.
Anyway, so speaking of Arteta obviously, put that training into him. And generally, do you think Arteta's tactics against Manchester United helped? Because, first of all, they were a little bit on the ropes from Man U's side before they now eventually picked up.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but when you are talking about tactics, you should ask someone that supports a club that actually has tactics. not Bolu.
Don't
I mean,
worry.
go on.
Do you
go
know
on,
why I'm going to
but
ask
you
him
just
now?
ask him.
Do you know
but
why
I
I'm
mean,
going to ask him now?
You can
Because
you
at
cannot
least
trust his answer.
no, you know why I'm
You
going to
cannot
ask him
trust
now.
his
At
answer.
least
How can you trust
when
his
he
answer?
when he sees
Asking a man
Coming from
about
someone who has
tactics,
never
you
won
know
the Champions
you
League,
know- you
telling
know-
me
you
about
know
tactics.
Come on now.
you know
Come on.
you know
I
when
mean,
you know when
come
some
on.
you know
Things
when
you see in this
somebody
world.
knows
Come on,
something
just,
good and is
just-
starving.
Let's
Uh-huh.
hear him. Let's hear him.
You know
but
when
I can't
someone
trust
knows
his
something
answer.
good and is
No, let's
starving,
hear him
at
out,
least-
but I can't trust his answer. Just ask
don't know why
him.
this
I
man
can't
is
trust
triggered.
his answer.
All
I
right,
can't
Bolu,
trust it.
over to you. At least you understand what I'm trying to say now. So, do you think Arteta actually did something good? Do you think it was that? Do you think it was individual quality that saved him in that match? Because truly, if not for Gabriel's impressive defending, it could have been a different story.
Yeah, full credit to Arteta, to be honest. He set up his team very well. But I think the problem Arsenal had in the most part of the majority of the game was Kai Havertz. Havertz,
You would know.
Havertz, I would know exactly, being a Chelsea fan. Havertz was a liability on that pitch, for lack of a better word. He was non-existent in the sense that he was stationed in left midfield. He was never in midfield. He was never there to receive passes, never there to build up play, try to create anything from deep. He was never there. He was always in the forward areas, trying to make up the numbers in the box and goes into the box to finish off
I
chances.
actually think he had a decent game. Aside the miss, I think he had a decent game.
Speaking of Haaland now, is making a beeline for the Golden Boot once again. Be like say nobody for that Premier League sabi score goal. Haaland will play match. Premier League defenders. Haaland will play match. Touch ball 5 times, score 3 goals. Are you people? How do you?
Don't
people
worry. Let him come to La Liga.
Okay.
His Barca defenders will suffer the most. Don't worry. All this one way you dey talk.
Because see, if you look
Just
at
don't let
thing
them
is-
catch you in the Champions League.
The
All
thing
this one
is
wey you
even
talk now.
demystifying your league, because why will somebody be touching ball 4 times and scoring 3 goals in a match? Why?
If he was in La Liga, he would be
He
scoring.
was scoring much more.
That's what you people
I
say. I
guarantee
mean,
you
is it not
that.
Lewandowski
He
that
will
was
probably
scoring?
score nine.
Is it not Lewandowski that was scoring 35 in Bundesliga? How many
peak-
does score?
Lewandowski's peak
First,
is- That's the difference.
Lewandowski's
His
peak was
declining.
Bundesliga.
okay,
But Haaland is still hitting his peak.
interesting. Anyways,
Haaland hasn't even started.
That's what I'm saying, yeah,
It's
exactly.
just beginning.
So-
Lewandowski's peak was the Bundesliga, and that's what he's doing for Barcelona. If he goes to La Liga, he's going to destroy you.
I mean,
guys.
didn't he score
Interesting.
4 against Real Madrid?
anyway, so seeing that we're on the topic here, do you think there is anybody actually who can? Because now Harry Kane has gone to Bundesliga and he is the only person who could have genuinely challenged Haaland
Stop
for
it
that
now.
golden. No,
He's
really.
disrespecting one other striker in the Premier League, Nicolas
If I
Jackson.
sound you,
Nicolas
if I
Jackson.
sound you, Nicolas Jackson call. Anyway, so seeing that there is no Harry Kane and maybe Nicolas Jackson has not found his
Yeah,
scoring boots.
exactly. He has scored 1 shot.
Who do you think can genuinely challenge Haaland right now? And I think he's going to win, but who do you think will push him to, for that golden boot this season?
To be honest, that's a very tough question. I mean, normally I'll have just said Harry Kane, but with no Harry Kane in the picture, I mean, I think Son is going to step up his game for Spurs, especially as he has been given the captain's armband. And his hat-trick all over the weekend is a sign of something to come, that he's ready to show that.
But Ferguson too scored hat-trick.
That's a 19-year-old boy, please.
Son has delivered for seasons, past seasons now, and we know that he's a world-class player anyway. So I think Son, that mentality of I need to step up my game, I need to do more, is just going to be instilled in him. And I think the usual name of Salah, if Salah remains at Liverpool, is definitely going to push. It's definitely going to push Haaland all the way.
Salah, do you think he's going to do that? Because he feels like he's doing a lot more creative play this time around in Liverpool. There's no Mane to play off of. There is no Firmino to play off of. I mean, sorry to Liverpool fans, but Darwin Núñez is not that guy just yet. Maybe he's getting there. But so, do you really think that Salah is going to get?
One thing about Salah, I don't think we should doubt Salah's goal scoring ability.
Yeah.
Salah is a goal scoring beast. He would always score regardless. Even if he's playing for Egypt, he would score. So we shouldn't doubt Salah. He might have started the season at not the usual standards, but Salah is always Salah. Salah would always score goals, penalties too.
Well, that's it. Salah, we don't know. We don't know. Maybe Oli Watkins. Who knows? I mean, Alexander Isak too. We don't know.
Maybe Kai Havertz as
Maybe Kai Havertz. Or maybe
to be fair though, Mboma started the season very well. He scored 4 goals already.
well,
It's now Brentford's penalty taker.
Don't worry. Anthony will be back in January and he will go back to the background where he.
Oh no, it doesn't. I don't think it will really affect Mboma because now he's the main man.
It may not affect him, but at least he'll be taking off penalty duties for one. And then.
But if he already has a good start, if he has already had a head start, I mean.
Anyway, I don't see the guy. I don't see the guy crossing 12 goals this season. Anyway,
I think he scored more than 12 last season. He must have scored more than 12 last season.
I doubt it. No, Ivan Toney was on 20, and then I can't really.
Mbomo usually pulls up with a number of goals, but I think he's going to step up definitely.
Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, he's definitely not going to be a challenge for Erling Haaland.
Definitely, nobody can challenge.
Nobody can challenge Haaland. Fortunately and unfortunately, because there's this saying about we Barcelona fans being pseudo Man City fans, so at least me, I'll accept that one with my full chest. Anyway, that's
all. Say you support Man City too. You didn't need to.
That's all we have for this segment of Naija Football Talk. When we come back, we're going to be taking a look at the transfer window and trying to give our opinions on how it has gone so far for the teams involved, especially those who spent $1 billion to score 2 goals.
And those who had to steal money to sign players.
We'll be
sign
right
5 players on a free.
Welcome back. My name is Chima, and as usual, I have Kolade and Bolu. What do you think? Who do you think is the highest ceiling? Who has the highest ceiling?
The answer I would have gone for is so unfortunate that he's out injured. I would have said Urian Timber. Perfect. Like after playing just 2-3 games, he looked like the perfect signing. Even rival fans are not deny that this guy was just too good. But in the absence of Timber, and being very objective, I'll say Odegaard for Manchester United. I think he has a lot of potential. Watching him against Gabriel on Sunday, I mean, it was a proper battle. Like on another day, he could have easily scored 2 goals on Sunday, and you could see that if he's going to get a lot of service from Fernandes and others playing behind him, and when he hits full gear, Man United could have something on their hands.
Okay, there's another player that actually came to mind just now, but I don't know how much of an opportunity he's going to get this season. Sasa Kaladzic, Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yes.
That brother is tall.
He scored against Wolves on his return.
That brother is tall, and that's the only reason why I think he has the highest ceiling. Both literally and figuratively, because if Wolves can find a way to play to his strengths, nobody is going to get to him. To be fair, he's tall, he's big,
and Wolves have a goal scoring problem.
You get. If they can really get.
I mean, Chima, Peter Crouch was once the tallest. So
the difference between Kaladzic and Crouch is in their physique. Crouch was a little bit lanky. Kaladzic is a solid guy. You understand? So I really think that Wolves have a weapon on their hands.
But we don't know.
They just need to know how to unleash it.
We don't know how he would be after his ACL injury. We don't know what his fitness. And he even came to Premier League as an injury, reputation of an injury-prone player. He got injured. He got an ACL injury, I think, on his debut, his second game for Wolves.
Second game.
Now he's back this season. We don't know if he can hold up fitness-wise. So it's an exciting pick.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if he can be fit enough. If Kaladzic can be fit enough.
All right. So that's been our Premier League transfer business. I mean, like we said, the era of the GOATs is gradually coming to an end.
Just even got a call like Chelsea. They're like begging me to sign for them.
Nobody would sign you, bro.
They're begging me to sign for them.
Nobody would sign you. Maybe as the ball boy.
You operate on the Saudi transfer window.
Nah, I've declined. I can't sign for them.
Anyway, that's been our show for the meantime. Welcome back to the show, and unfortunately, that's all the time we have on this episode of Naija Football Talk. Once again, like I said at the beginning of the show, thank you so much for waiting for us, because this time around, we are back with a bang. As you can see, we are in a brand new space, and it will please you to know that this is the official Naija Football Talk studio. Woo! It's a long time coming. We've done, and we've been through a lot of things, man, just to make sure that we've been able to achieve this monumental feat. Thank you so much to everybody who has supported us with their likes, their comments, their shares, their interactions on YouTube and on our social media. So make sure you continue to follow us. Links are in the description below, and our handles are going to be showing on your screen right about now. And once again, my name is Chima, and I have Kolade and Bolu, and all of us are saying stay jiggy till the next time.